Facebook and Twitter are all under the same name, Nonsensical Nonsense. Well, welcome to the show. I am Glick, and the other guy,
I
looking
am
like he's
Jay.
about ready
I'm
to
Jeff.
go
I'm
beat up his wife.
yes, I am.
Is Jeff.
I
What is
literally
going?
just got done from work. I had to
Nice.
run
What
into the
is going
office.
on, man?
Finally picked up my ID so I can actually start tomorrow. And I had to be in
Officially
uniform to do so.
starting the job.
Yeah, although
No.
I'm already looking at other ones that pay more.
You haven't even started this job.
Well, I actually talked to a friend of mine. She used to work there, and she said the pay's good, but there's no clientele. So she wasn't making as much as she originally planned. So she found another place that pays, it's commission only, which is basically every job here. It pays almost, she's making like $500 a week, which down here is living like a king.
Like
so
500 American dollars a week? Or?
Yes, sir. 500
Nice.
American.
I didn't know that they paid you guys American down there. I thought it was.
Well, you can. It depends on what job you're doing. There's in because it's commission. We deal with a lot of tourists, so I can be paid in yen from a tourist, and I just have to know what the conversion rate is. And then I can say, okay, it's going to be this much yen as opposed to this much pesos or dollars. And I tell you that she got paid $500 because that's an easy translation to what it was in pesos. It's 10,000 pesos a month, which is about $500, or 10,000 pesos a week, which is about $500 a week, give or take.
So you're paid by the clients down there. Whoever's coming in from the tour, they pay you. So whatever.
For instance, the job that my friend has is she stands at the airport, and as people get off the plane, they have to walk by her. It's literally designed. It's a hallway that and she stands there and tries to sell them a taxi service to their hotel. And if a lot of people don't have transportation in their package, so she sells them that. So based on what she charges, she makes a commission on what she charges. Plus, they can sell them tours and stuff like that. So they can literally plan their whole week as soon as they get off the plane. And depending on what you sell, you make X amount of commission per each sale. So, and you figure during spring break and stuff, there's, 30, 40 flights a day that all walk by you. And each flight has, 40, 50 people on it. And about half of those are already set up. They already have everything set up, and they've been told to ignore everybody. And where I would be standing is literally right before they would get to the timeshare people. And as I said before, timeshare is the biggest waste of time and money in the history of the planet. So I don't recommend anybody buying that.
No, I know what you're doing. We had a bunch of those down in Charleston. They were like, they sold all the tours that they were just like posted up. They'd have like 4 or 5, if not more, different companies that would be posted all up along Market Street, like right outside of stores. Right. So as soon as you come out, they're like, "Hey, have you been out to Fort Moultrie? Well, there's a boat trip or whatever. Have you been out to Fort Sumter?"
Exactly. Well, like in Cancun, just in Cancun, I'm not even talking about Playa del Carmen and stuff. Just in Cancun, you're talking 35, 40 different things I can sell them, not including transportation. So I'm talking like there's the ruins. So you got like the Chichen Itza, which is a giant pyramid. You have Tulum, which is the first Mayan city. You have like 15 different parks, and they have where ATV rides, horseback riding on the beach, and jet skis, and you name it. Parasailing and catamaran rides out to the island. The island's actually really cool. It's one of those things. There's so many things to do. You cannot do it all. And I've been here, like I said, almost 20 years. 20 years will be next year. And I think I've done everything except for maybe 3 tours.
So you don't even let them sons of bitches get off the plane and try to
Oh hell no, no.
relax for a second before you start hitting them with the tourist traps.
Oh hell no, no, no. This town is one of the biggest tourist traps in the world. I mean,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. It's a lot of stuff is worth the money. Some of the stuff it's not. You know, it's like Chichen Itza is actually really cheap. You can get there for like $50 with transportation, pick you up from the hotel, take you there. It's a 4-hour bus ride.
God damn.
Well, round trip, round trip. It's 2 hours
Yeah,
to get there,
still.
2 hours to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a 12-hour day, but you know, food's included, tour guide, the whole 9 yards. And Chichen Itza is one of my favorite places on the planet. You know, it's there's a weird vibe when you get there that's just wow, you know, because it's like going to see the pyramids of Giza. You know, you land in Egypt, I guarantee you, there's my equivalent of person standing there going, "Hey, you want to go see the pyramids?" You know,
No,
and
I
you're
just got
like,
here. I want to go to my
yeah.
hotel. I was
Well,
just on a
I'm sure you get
12-hour
that a
flight.
lot,
Yeah.
but it's a real you know, you got to remember there's thousands of people that come here each week, and there's people that can be here the entire week and not do anything. They don't leave the resort,
Yeah.
and which, you know, to each their own. But you know, I was always the kind of guy I never leave my resort because that's what I paid for. But to see the local flavor and local uh, fun stuff is just it's amazing.
I'm going to look over the fence for my resort and see it. I don't need to go see it in person.
Well, a lot of the resorts, some of the resorts, you know, you have in between Cancun and Playa. It's it's a 35-45 minute drive between the two cities, but there are resorts in between, and you look over the fence of the resort, you're seeing jungle. I mean, it's literally your it's your resort, and then another 3 miles down the road is the next resort. So you can be secluded if you want, but you got Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and Puerto Morelos, and one other that all flights come into one airport. There's one
Nice.
airport for the whole area. So the nice thing is it doesn't matter where they're going. I can sell them something as opposed to being in the hotel zone, just in the hotels and stuff. There's only so much you can sell them.
Well, that and
If
the
that
nice
makes
thing
any
down
sense.
there, yeah, that and the nice thing down there is for the most part, you guys have nice weather, unlike here in fucking Ohio, where last week it was in the 70s, and
And today
today
it
I woke
snowed.
up. Today I woke up to about 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground.
I saw that. One of my buddies that he went to Clear Fork with me. He didn't go to the career center with us, but he posted yesterday. It's a outline picture of Ohio,
Mm.
and then a salt bag in the picture, and then you know his woods out in front of him. And he says, "The joys of Ohio." And then today it snows, and I said, "You pissed somebody off somewhere."
Yeah, it was crazy because yesterday it was still nice yesterday. I think it got up to like 60 some degrees yesterday. So, I drive trucks. So I'm always driving around little towns and whatnot. I shit you not, everybody and their brother was out on their mowers trying to get their grass cut in time to beat the fucking snow. What's
Did you
going
guys
on,
have
Hoss?
warning?
Welcome. Well, yeah,
Did you? Yeah.
they've been telling us for about a week now that it was coming, but you know how quick the
Okay.
weather can change. I mean, they
Yeah.
say it's going to snow, and then 12 hours later, there's
It's a
nothing.
blizzard.
Yeah, they're going to yeah, exactly. They're going to tell you it's going to be 75 and sunny, and then you walk outside and
It's
it's
pissing
a
down rain.
yeah, it's a typhoon out there. So I mean, yeah, we knew it was
Can
coming. Hell, they've been talking about it, but
Cancun has a weird weather system. It's for a quote unquote small town, air quotes there. It's you know, it's like 4 or 5 million people, but weird things have happened where it could be raining. You cross the street, it's a dry as bone.
Charleston used to do that. It would
It's it's freaky.
Yeah, it would be blue skies, sun was shining, and it would just be pouring down rain. But then, literally across the street, Nothing.
Right.
It was so crazy, and I think it does that down in Florida too. I don't know if it's just being on the coast or what it is, but it's so crazy. And you can
It's a
look
weird
out.
concept.
Yeah, you can look out. I mean, in Charleston, it's called the Low Country because it's below sea level, but it's
Well,
it's
okay.
also flat. So you could be flat-ish. So you could be like on James Island, and you could look out across and see downtown Charleston, and you could see it pouring down rain there. And there's nothing but blue skies where you are on the island. It was wild. It was the craziest thing because here if it's raining, it's fucking raining everywhere.
Well, that's the one thing. Like you guys, like for instance, you check the weather before you go to bed and stuff because you drive the truck. We check the weather here because they'll close the port, and the day before it was perfect day, and people buying trips to the island out on Isla Mujeres. It's a elongated island. It's by golf cart you can get from one end to the other in about an hour and a half, and they're not very fast golf carts, and seriously governed.
Oh, I believe it.
But you'd have the harbor master. He'd close down the port, and you just see all the people that sell tours go, oh no, because they sold 15 Isla Mujeres catamaran trips, and now they can't. They have to give their money back or reschedule. And
can you still call him? Would you call him a port master?
Oh yeah, it's a harbor master.
A harbor master? Can you still call him a master in 2021?
I don't know. they should cancel that, I guess. But
hey, Haas, what's up, Bubba? Welcome to the show, man. Got a buddy of mine, Haas. Haas
how you doing, Haas?
On Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting his messages, which is weird.
Yeah,
we need Willie back.
Haas and I go way back.
Okay.
Haas is one of my OG Periscope friends. He came in.
I've never used Periscope. I've never used Periscope.
It's gone now. They just ended it last month or whatever. Yeah, they did away with the app because it was Twitter owned. Now it's Twitter Live or whatever. But I met him several years back. He came in and tried to be a troll, and he couldn't troll me, and then we became friends.
So, do you have any news for us today, sir?
Well, the weather's shitty. We already spent too much time talking about the weather. Welcome to
new weather talk with Chris and Jeff.
Yeah, we're gonna get our own channel. We're gonna get our own show on the Weather Channel.
As long as it's not CNN.
No, Weather Channel. I got a few things here that I was kind of scrolling through last night and today and whatnot, looking at. So, you're down there in Cancun. You're a tourist destination. You guys probably get a lot of weddings and whatnot down there. I would bet destination weddings, like destination weddings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know Florida gets a lot of destination weddings. I think technically, quote unquote, my girlfriend and I, when we get married, it'll be a destination wedding because it'll be down in Tennessee where she's from. But so.
Destination for you. She's like, it's my backyard.
for me and my family, but no, it's really pretty down there. So I'm all in for going down there to get married. But
is she gonna move back up to Ohio, or are you gonna stay
down eventually? There? No, I can't. Trust me, if I could leave Ohio, I'd still be in Charleston. But I had to come home because my kids are up here.
Yeah, but understand.
Speaking of weddings. In Southwest Ranches, Florida.
Okay. It's Florida. We know it's bad.
at this wedding, you hear wedding crashers. Well, at this wedding, the bride and groom were the crashers.
No.
Courtney Wilson and Shanita Jones invited friends and family to their dream home in a state for their weekend wedding. Celebration for ceremony on Saturday, brunch on Sunday, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
There's just one problem. The house that they were doing the wedding at, they didn't own. It was a 16,300 square foot mansion that they didn't have permission to use.
Oh.
They 100%, and we're going to go date myself here, Axel Foleyed that mansion.
This is supposed to be round.
Yeah.
I love those movies.
Needless to say,
and of course they obviously got busted.
Yeah. So this Fort Lauderdale, this estate, it has everything: a bowling alley, swimming pool, waterfall, hot tub, tennis courts, gazebo, 800-foot bar. Wilson said it was God's plan that the couple get married there. It was God's plan that they break into somebody else's mansion.
Yeah, and we're just going to borrow this for a couple of days.
Exactly.
How the audacity to, oh my gosh, I don't think I could actually, like, the balls on those people. I mean, that couple has balls the size of my car, because you know it's not going to go off without a hitch. No wedding in the history of weddings has gone off exactly as planned.
Well,
and you're talking about the venue being the plan.
Yeah. The venue being somebody else's house. So, so Nathan Finkel, who owns the place, he never gave him permission, obviously. And he was stunned when Wilson showed up Saturday morning to set up, and he called the police. Like, so not only did they try to steal this man's house to have their wedding, he was home.
He was home.
Walk up in there.
Oh my God. Like, so we're here to set up, and he's like, who are you?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
What is going on? And then they were mad because he called the police. He was like,
that's the one time you can't be mad.
Trespassing on my property. He called the 911 dispatcher. And he's like, and they keep harassing me and calling me. They said they're having a wedding here, and it's God's message. I don't know.
God
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, all I want
send
is for
complaints to the big guy.
Yeah. So this poor bastard sitting at home. He's got 200 people at his gate, I'm assuming, going, this is God's plan. Let us in. We must marry here. And he's like, what the fuck is going on?
He's like, I'm just trying to watch fucking Dances with the Stars, man.
Yeah. So,
oh my gosh.
My co-host, that's Jeff.
Yeah.
My mic is backwards. You can't see my mic. It's in front of my face.
Yeah. Mine's attached to my head because it's cheap. Because we're doing this on the cheap. Oh, I want to give a shout out while we're here. The oddest of listeners to the podcast. The one person I never thought would last more than 5 minutes on an episode of listening to an episode. My mother listens to every millisecond. And she said Saturdays was her favorite.
Nice. Well, hello, Mom. Appreciate you listening.
So yeah, I definitely want to give
it. Enjoy the.
She had the nicest things to say about the way you were able to rant while I hadn't pushed that car and almost killed myself doing it. I literally went less than a block and almost died.
Maybe so I told Jeff. So guys, I told Jeff tonight before we started this, I asked him the over-under for interruptions and distractions for tonight's show is going to be 5. So anybody listening, if you're in the comments right now, let us know what you think. We're going to have 5 or less distractions.
We're going to have definitely less, because that's what I was doing before we went live. We actually planned to go live almost an hour ago. We're actually going live at the time we originally planned.
Yeah.
but I literally contacted you and I said, hey, let's try to go early because you have to work tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow. We'll get to bed at a decent hour. And then my wife came home and I sat everybody down. I said, listen, we're not going to have another shit show like Saturday. So everybody sit down, watch TV, shut the fuck up.
I can only imagine you in your wife beater. You got a beer in one hand, a cigarette in the other one. You're pacing the living room. Listen, you sons of bitches. Don't
Like a
embarrass
damn
me.
drill sergeant.
Yeah.
I'm Jeffrey Dean Morgan from fucking Walking Dead. I got a baseball bat with barbed wire on it. I'm like, somebody's gonna get this.
You sons of bitches embarrassed me last time. Let's not have that happen again. You catch my drift?
But like I said, my mom thought that was hilarious. She's like, I can totally see that because, I'm the kind of guy that literally have told all my neighbors, if you need anything, just let me know. I just forgot to mention if I'm busy, go away.
Just go the hell away. Leave me alone.
Hence why I'm in my bedroom, hence the white wall. I need to put something back here. But hence why the bedroom today, because I refuse to be bothered today and forever again. Because I know you said you didn't mind, but I minded. I was like,
Haas, yes, you are a huge distraction. Haas, nice. Haas approves of your distractions. Haas, you got to listen to episode the one we recorded Saturday. Like episode right in the middle of us recording.
I literally, I'm like, I'll be right back.
Jeff's neighbor comes over. He's drunk. He's Mexican. He's slurring and stumbling through Spanish. Jeff's trying to talk to him. Next thing you know, Jeff's just like, fuck it, I gotta go I'll be right back, guys. And it's just gets up and leaves.
Well, my explanation behind that, and I have to also explain why I was in the car, because that was mentioned a lot. Even my mom was like, "Why were you in the car?"
my parents asked. They're like, "Why is he in the car?" And I was like, "I haven't. He's special."
There's 4 people that live in this house. And it's me, my wife, and my kids. And I know that my kids, being 5 and 10, are going to try to bother me. Now, my wife does a pretty good job of wrangling them around and saying, "No, leave your dad alone. He's busy." But my wife had her best friend over, which they literally, their alter egos are SpongeBob and Patrick Star. So they get to giggling and goofing off, and the kids were actually supposed to be going to bed. You can actually hear in episode 3 my wife yelling at the kids.
No, Haas. He lives in Mexico, so he's surrounded by Mexican neighbors.
I'm surrounded by Mexican. I'm the whitest thing for 60 blocks. But I sat in the car to be able to be quiet and not have any background noise, and that worked out like a shit show.
Yeah, it happens.
But this time, since it's just my wife and kids, and the kids, they're all watching a movie, I came up to the bedroom, set everything up in the bedroom so I could go live here.
And threw your wife beater on. That way they knew that you meant business.
Oh, yeah. I meant business. Well, like I said, I went to this is what I wear underneath my uniform, because it's just a polo shirt, but, it gets warm. And I've yet to install the fan in this room, so it gets warm in here.
They need to get you, if you don't already have it, you need to get you some of them air wicking, like Nike polos that are.
Yeah.
Look, thing man, you live in Mexico, you can get Nike polos for like $1.25. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Now they might say Nikki.
No, they do have they have an outlet mall here, but they call it an outlet mall, but everything in there is flawless. It's just where the Nike store is. In general, nothing in there is outlet at all. Not like an outlet mall like you and I know. I first heard about it. I was like, "There's an outlet mall here, sweet." And we can get T-shirts for like $1. We got there, and I was like, "This stuff's all perfect."
Well, we have Tanger up here. Cool. I mean, which has been around forever. Because I remember, like, when we was in high school, we used to go to the Jefferson Outlet Mall, which was essentially Tanger. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is cheaper than going to the Nike store or Adidas or whatever, or
you might only get 2 pockets on your pants, but
No, it's all name brand. It's like all the actual name brand. Okay. It's just it's they have the actual stores. It's just cheaper than going and buying it like at the mall or whatever. So it's not a whole lot cheaper, but it is a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, well, they have a store in the outlet mall area here that's kind of like a JCPenney. kind of thing. It's all the
Mhm.
brands they're discounted. They're like last season or whatever. But like I've got some really cool T-shirts out of there for pretty cheap. I got my Beavis and Butthead T-shirt out of there because I was a huge
Beavis
Beavis and
and
Butthead fan.
Butt. They're coming back with like all new episodes and all that shit with Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, no kidding. That would
Yeah,
be
supposedly.
awesome.
I don't know if it's out already or not, but
I think it might be. I think I heard something about that.
supposedly
I
they're
did
supposed to
find
be.
out. I did find out that, and this is news today. Have you ever seen the show How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, I used to love that show.
They're they're rebooting How I Met Your Father, starring Hilary Duff.
Ugh.
Exactly my thoughts.
Do you know she just she was just in the news because so she gave birth. She just had another little baby about a month or so ago. Another little boy, I think. But she did it at home in the bathtub.
Nice.
So of course they're doing the whole empowerment thing, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
that wasn't the headline of the story. The headline of the story was that she was able to hold out long enough for her 9-year-old son to get there right as the baby was coming out. Yeah. So you're in a bathtub full of water.
That's what I want to
blood,
see.
It's got blood. It's got shit. It's got afterbirth. It's got all this gross stuff in there.
And you're like, hey, Billy, come here and take a look.
Yeah, just in time to look down at your mom's snooch as this creature is coming out of it underwater.
And the 9-year-old's over in the toilet throwing up 2 seconds later.
Who pays for that kid's therapy?
Well, she's got enough money. I think she did that. What's that? The Lizzie McGuire show. She's got enough money. She can pay for that kid's therapy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sold on How I Met Your Father.
I don't know how. I don't know if they're going to be able to recreate.
I mean, I'll check out the first couple episodes when it comes out, but like, and then I'll determine if it's a bullshit or not. I'm really particular about my shows.
Yeah.
And I usually wait until there's 3 or 4 seasons so I can watch them all at once. So, like, I waited Game of Thrones till the last season was getting ready to start, and I just started season 1.
Yeah.
Just so I could watch the whole thing in entirety.
And, hey, Hoss, I just tagged him in the comments. He's not on Facebook. Yeah,
okay.
I do that with certain shows. I love to binge watch shows.
I do too. Like I said, well, you said you're watching Falcon Winter Soldier. No spoilers, please.
Well, yeah, the Disney thing with the Marvel shows like WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki. I've been waiting so long for the first seasons to come out. Yeah, I'm not going to wait until they're done.
I totally want to see Loki. I think that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, Loki looks like it's going to be good.
Tom Hiddleston is the shit. He's the kid. The guy's amazing.
Falcon and Winter Soldier was.
Is it good?
So good.
Okay. Don't spoil it because I haven't.
The last 2 episodes, man, I was watching them going, "Oh, you sons of bitches! I knew you were doing this, and you did it exactly like the comics." I was like, "Oh yeah!" I mean, no movie, no Marvel movie, no DC movie has been 100% exactly to the T. Falcon and Winter Soldier has been the closest. I mean, and it was
no kidding.
It was. Wow. Oh, man, you got to watch it.
Well, I'm planning to. I'm waiting for Loki to finish. Like, I'm waiting for Loki to start, then finish.
Well, you got another 2 months before.
I'll watch it all. Yeah, I'm gonna wait so I can watch them all at once. My Disney Plus, I turned it off for a while because they didn't really have anything on there, and I wanted to wait. And I waited until WandaVision started, and I was like, should I get it? I'm going to wait until it's over.
I got Disney.
Avoiding spoilers is the worst. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Spoilers were hard to avoid for WandaVision just because of the way they made it and the way it was. Not so much for Falcon and Winter Soldier because I was like lucky, 2.5.
I've been lucky. Right. Well, Falcon and Winter Soldier came up really fast behind WandaVision, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it came out
so
just a couple weeks after the last episode of WandaVision.
Well,
So,
unfortunately, I follow all this stuff on YouTube that talks about the Marvel universe and the movies and all that stuff. And uh, I started following that stuff to find out any info on Endgame. What that year in between, uh, right before Endgame came out, and
yeah,
because everybody was dying for info, even the name. And unfortunately, I haven't unsubscribed to those because they occasionally come up with some good content. And now I scroll through my YouTube feed and I'm like, or my YouTube subscriptions. I'm like, pass.
well, and the cool thing about most of those YouTubers, though, oh, excuse me, is they'll put in their title, "Don't watch,"
Spoiler
or
alert.
"Spoiler alert."
Right.
Yeah. So they're not trying. They're not trying to get you, like
Yeah,
out of
they're
nowhere.
not trying to spoil it for you.
Yeah,
But
You're not.
I want as little information as possible. My son, he's watched everything they got, and I'm like, turn that off. I don't want to hear it. He's like,
Yeah.
but I want to hear it. I'm like, so use the phone. Because he throws it up on the big TV, and I'm like, I'm cooking in the kitchen, and I hear stuff about WandaVision. I'm like, shut up,
Yeah.
watch something else, watch a cartoon.
Get off that shit. You're not allowed to watch YouTube anymore.
No, they watch some of the weirdest stuff on YouTube.
All kids do.
Well, the biggest YouTuber in the world, right? You know who's made the most money out of YouTube ever?
I know that little Ryan kid makes a ton of movies.
Well, that little Ryan kid is number 2. Do you know who number 1 is?
And then the other
number
one
will surprise you.
The other one that my son likes, I think both my boys like them. And I don't think they're one of the top ones, but I know they're huge. Is that FGTV?
Oh my God. My kids watch that all the time. Don't they make you feel like a big piece of shit for not spending more time with your kids?
Not only do they make me feel like a big piece of shit, but I was like, how the hell are these lunatics making me feel like a bad parent?
Yeah. Oh no, I'll tell you what though, they make some good content. They crack me up. That dad is funny as shit.
They make a lot of. I mean, they do so much different stuff, but it's like, well,
they got like 9 channels.
Yeah, I guess if I was making millions and millions of dollars on YouTube a month,
yeah,
I could probably not feel like such a piece of shit and spend time with my kids too. But
do your kids watch that Hobby Kids TV?
I don't know. I know my son.
You want to feel like a piece of shit as a parent.
My girls are
watch that.
My girls are older, so they're watching music videos and stuff about like Riverdale and all that silly shows that they watch.
Hey, don't knock on Riverdale. I'm telling you what, I was never a big Archie comic fan, but that Riverdale is fucking badass.
Yeah. So effective immediately. We have an opening for a new co-host.
No, I'll tell you what. I'm not a diehard fan or anything, but it was interesting to watch. It was at the time when I first started watching it. I watched it because there's nothing else on. And I was like, well, you know what? Archie is a comic, okay? It's not terrible. It's a little over dramatic, and the fact that the chick that plays Veronica shows up every day like she shows up to school like she's going to the fucking Oscars, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't happen in high school,
right? What's up, Brandon? What's going on, Bubba? Got another Facebook.
But the number one YouTuber to ever come off of YouTube, the answer will surprise you. It's Justin Bieber.
Well,
he started on YouTube. He put out a couple of his songs when he was like 8 on YouTube, and Justin Timberlake saw it and was like, "I'm gonna sign that kid." Actually, and the rest is history. Oh, whoever. Justin Timberlake found a chick.
Way to steal another thing from the black man, you racist son of a bitch. Don't worry, y'all. I got you. Glick's here.
Yeah, we got your back. But yeah, technically, if you really want to get technical about it, that dude, say what you want about him, but he made some serious cash. Not that I would want to be Justin Bieber, because
is he your favorite singer? You listen to Justin Bieber right before you watch Riverdale?
I can, yeah, while I watch it, please. No, you know what? I can honestly and categorically say I could not name one of his songs.
I can't. But in my defense, I have daughters, so
yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. On the other hand, I can name so many Mexican and Cuban and what the hell is that other Brazilian reggaeton singers than most white men should ever know. Most Americans should not know.
Again,
because my wife
20, is 20 years in Mexico, you should be able to name at least five.
My wife, she's really weird about her songs. She'll find like 5-6 songs a month and listen to nothing but those 5 or 6 songs for that month, and then next month is another 5-6 songs, and then the old ones will pop up occasionally in her playlist. But her and her friend will literally sit on the couch and take over the TV and watch the same 15 music videos over and over and over. And I'm like, I'm going to go report a podcast. This is bullshit.
Brandon, he could borrow my Justin Bieber CD, but you never gave it back to me. So he can't borrow it. Got a couple smart asses in the Facebook chat. Another one of my Periscope OGs. But yeah, I don't really listen to. Surprisingly, I don't really listen to a lot of music anymore. All I do is listen to podcasts. I mean, and when I do put on music, it's just a playlist that I have, and a lot of the shit's old. I don't listen to a lot of new stuff.
Oh no, I'm the same.
Except for when I do my lives and I have music on in the background.
Yeah, I literally put on YouTube 90s playlist and just let that play, or I'll put in 90s country. I can't. There's a couple of new songs I like, but nothing where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest song ever.
Yeah, there's a couple new artists that I like. Haas is now yelling at Brennan in the chat room for not returning my CD. Get him, Haas.
You tell him, motherfucker. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few newer-ish country singers that I like, but
I can't remember the guy's name. That guy that sings the "I Can Make a Drink," Chris something, Jensen or.
I can make a drink.
I can fix a drink. I can fix a drink is the name of the song.
Yeah, 90s music is the absolute best.
Yeah,
80s and 90s music.
Oh yeah, I was real big into grunge, so I have Nirvana and all that shit. I love some old school. I guess now you would call old school. Old school. What's Offspring and Offspring and
like
Saliva.
Offspring. Oh, okay. Oh, that's
the song. One song by Saliva that Click Click Boom. I love that song.
I think
that song will get you pumped.
I think you mean Glick Glick Boom.
You wish.
That's a thing. It happens.
I keep telling my kids that song, the old Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood. I keep telling my kids, they wrote this song about me. And my kids are young enough where they're like, really? I'm like, of course.
Yeah. Haas, Jeff and I have a similar taste in music, but we grew up together. So
yes, we love Justin Bieber, and we're not proud. We're not ashamed to say
it. Our first concert was New Kids on the Block. We went together.
Yeah, and held hands and danced.
Yeah. Haas is a big fan of that shitty band.
Speaking of boy bands, Justin Timberlake, that motherfucker can act.
Yeah, he's actually not a bad actor.
That movie In Time he did with the chick from what's her name, Amanda Seyfried or whatever. That movie was badass. It's there's no more money. It's time.
Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah,
he's got a new movie on Netflix where he's like a convict or a felon, and he gets released from jail, and like his brother's kid is like this boy who's gay or transgender or something. But basically, he he takes him in. His brother dies or some shit, but he takes
Okay.
him in and he fills in the new dad role. But there's a whole, it's all dramatic, and he's a convict, and
Yeah.
this kid is this, and blah 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 blah. And but then there's
They're
a
like
couple fight
exact
scenes.
opposites.
Yeah, excuse me. There's a couple fight scenes where he beats the absolute hell because he's like in this hillbilly ass redneck town, probably where Haas is from.
Yeah.
And like the older people like make fun of this kid, so he goes into a bar and just beats the ever loving hell out of two dudes, and I'm like, that's that same.
Oh, it's because they were picking on him. They were picking on the younger brother, right?
They were picking on the little kid.
I think I saw a Facebook video about that.
You grew up 15 minutes from Justin Timberlake's house, Haas. I had to bring up the Facebook thing up here, so I wasn't like constantly looking way over here. I'm just disappearing. Yeah. See ya. What the hell is Click going there?
No, Luke Perry went to Clear Fork.
No, he went to Fredericktown.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
He went to Clear Fork because he grew up in the Clear Fork trailer park. Born. Well, I don't know. He might have gone to Fredericktown for a short time, but he might have graduated. I think he graduated from Clear Fork, though. I don't know. Nobody can ask him. He passed away.
No, but you know who can ask?
Who?
Google can.
Amen to that. Yeah, find out.
Well, let me. I just typed in
Shadow
Google.
Man.
I just typed in Google to the Google. No, I typed in Google to the Google search bar,
and it shut down the entire internet for the world.
Yeah, it was like, you fucking dummy.
There's a TV show in Britain. It's called The IT Crowd. Have you seen that?
No.
It's about two guys. They work in IT for this big company, and this girl that knows nothing about IT is in charge of them. And they convince her to tell the board that no one should type Google into the Google search because it will shut down the internet. They're constantly messing with her or shit like that. She's like, can you check out my laptop? Something's wrong with it. And it turns it around and there's like 10 million viruses on it that, pop-up viruses.
And I'm like, a dumbass
I haven't seen that one since the 80s.
Hey, there's Haas. Now you can see Haas in the
there you go.
Shut up, Haas. Nobody asked you. I think I did break Google. It's not working.
Nice.
I graduated from Fredericktown High School.
Okay, so he was graduated from Fredericktown. He was born in Mansfield? Well, yeah, I was born in Mansfield, but that just says I was born in Mansfield General Hospital.
He was there for the entire 4 years.
Okay, so maybe he did younger years at Clear Fork.
Maybe you're just fucking wrong, and you won't admit.
They have a plaque. They have a plaque with a picture of him in the cafeteria.
So does East Knox.
Do they really?
I don't know. They probably do. But I don't know. He was in the region. Like he was in our conference or whatever.
Yeah. Sports. Yeah. Did he play sports?
I don't know if he played sports or not, but we played Fredericktown. They were now they've broken all the divisions up, so I don't know. But in our conference back in the day, Fredericktown was there.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's still there because Clear Fork played all the conference, everybody that went to the Career Center.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like we didn't play Lexington, and Lexington went to what's it called? They had another name for it. Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, Lexington went to a totally different JVS or Career Center or whatever, and they were like right next door to you guys.
Yeah, which always boggled my mind, but we never played them in football either. I don't think. Maybe we did, or maybe we didn't. I don't remember. I don't know.
Love you too, Hoss.
I saw that.
Full homo, buddy.
Yes. Just whip it out onto his forehead there, Chris.
Well, it's not big enough.
You said it, not me.
I have a shirt that says it.
I saw a shirt. I saw a shirt the other day that I have to make or buy. It says, "Ask me about my ninja uniform."
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask the guy, they lift it up over their head and it's got a ninja mask on the other side. You know, I was like, that is dope. I want that.
No, I legit have a shirt that says TPG on the front of it. And TPG stands for Tiny Pecker Gang. It was made by a friend of mine off of TikTok. She made 3 or 4 of us those shirts because we were in my live one night joking around about it, and she's like, "Oh, I make shirts. I'm making all of you guys a shirt." So it was made like a security shirt. So it's got like a badge on the chest and it says TPG across the back. I'll have to wear it one time during the live.
Nice. As a joke for my dad's 50th birthday or something, one of his buddies gave him a fake diploma. It was called the Dickie Doo diploma. It was all his puns in it, but at the very end, it said the one good thing about the Dickie Doo diploma, it sticks out longer than your Dickie Doo. I always remember that line. I was like, hell yeah. It always cracked me up.
You got that Dickie Doo belly.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. I'm starting to get a belly. I know you are. You've had a belly for longer than me though.
You calling me fat? So last week you
not in so many words.
So last week you completely derailed the podcast. This week you come on here and you call me fat on the show.
I'm fat.
Is that what we're doing now? Fat shaming?
No, but you are a bigger guy than I. Am I wrong? And not just in height.
Yeah,
but if I was your height, I would look like a string bean.
I'm probably
5'3".
Yeah, I'm almost a foot taller than you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I'm almost
pretty much.
I just have a protective layer over my 6-pack. You know,
I always tell people it's not a beer belly. It's a gas tank for a sex machine.
Yeah. Then your wife's like,
"That's the T-shirt I want."
Tank only lasts for about 30 seconds.
On a good day. I've been known to.
House is a Dickie Doo alumni.
Do you have any more news for us, sir?
Oh my gosh! Wow,
we have to talk about that article I sent you. We talked about it on, I think, episode 1.
I was gonna say, we just talked about it last week. It was the guy who tried to rob Wendy's with a fucking baby alligator. Yeah, I think it was last week.
We're gonna post that onto the Facebook page.
It was
so people can actually read about it. He was actually arrested.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and now he's charged with a deadly weapon and for capturing an alligator / crocodile, whatever it was, and assault. So he's facing 3 charges because he's a dumbass and tried to rob a Wendy's with a baby alligator.
Well, I'm sure there's like some kind of weird like alumni. I was looking at houses, like some kind of like animal.
It's a protection thing.
Animal endangerment or some dumb shit.
I only read about half the article because I couldn't stop laughing, but yeah, it was like animal endangerment plus not only animal endangerment, it's technically a protected wildlife.
Yeah.
And so since he caught it, but it could have been walking across his driveway and be like, "Hey, come here, buddy. Get in the truck. We're gonna go to Wendy's."
I mean, it is a very Florida thing to do. So
just
gonna randomly grab an alligator and I don't know. I got this alligator. What should I do with it? Oh, let's go rob Wendy's.
Yeah, it's like he's driving down the road. He sees a baby alligator. Oh, I'll save this thing. Wait, I'm hungry. I have no money for gas to go drop this thing off. Let's go get some money, buddy.
Yeah. Welcome to your new home at Wendy's. Fucking
I want the report from the Wendy's employee that saw this alligator come through the drive-through window. She's like, "What the shit?"
Yeah, In all honesty, it probably didn't even phase them. They're like, "Oh, it was Florida.
They're like,
There's
yeah,
an alligator crawling through
hey
my."
guys, it's Wednesday.
Alligator Wednesday.
I figured out what
pet
day it is
alligator.
today. It's Wednesday. Shit, I forgot. I thought it was Thursday all day.
Yeah, bring your alligator to Wendy's on Wednesdays and get a free baconator.
Hell yeah! I used to work at Wendy's. We actually came up with an acronym for Wendy's when I worked there because we were dumb and bored. We called it "We Need Desperate Young Sluts" because it actually spells Wendy's.
You're crossing into pedophilic tendencies right there.
Yeah, well, that's what we called it because that's what we could figure out what's Wendy's spelled. I hated that job. Oh my gosh. Working fast food is the worst job you can ever do. It's degrading.
I have fortunately never had to do it, but you speak of wild animals.
Yes, go ahead. I'm curious.
And in all places in the world, this one comes from Canberra, Australia.
Uh-oh. Aussies are crazy. Aussies are
It's
crazy.
not even the Aussies that are crazy. Every fucking animal or creature or bug in that country wants to kill, eat, or destroy anything in its path.
Yeah.
You have some of the craziest fucking animals on one island. Like it's like Kong Island. All the monsters live there. So
yeah, it's they all generated to one area. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, exactly. So this gentleman, Alex White, thought he was watching a huge worm in a plastic wrap lettuce head and a head of lettuce that he bought from the supermarket or the grocery store.
Okay.
He just bought it home from the Sydney supermarket until the snake tongue flicked. So he thought this was a worm until the tongue came out.
Okay.
He completely freaked out when his little tongue came out of its mouth and started flicking around and realized it was a snake because worms don't have tongues. Well, he's a goddamn wormologist.
Genius.
He said,
really?
He said, I definitely kind of panicked a little bit. The snake turned out to be a venomous pale-headed snake that authorities said made an 870 kilometer or 540 mile trip journey to Sydney from the packing plant in Australia city of, now I get to be the one fucking up names, Toowoomba.
Yeah, it's I
think I nailed that. I think I nailed that too. Toowoomba. Wrapped in plastic. Cool name. So this motherfucker snake was wrapped in a plastic bag. Now, we were taught that if you put a plastic bag over your head, you're going to suffocate. How does
yeah, but I mean, survive? if you look like when I buy lettuce here, it's like put in the bag, but the bag's not sealed.
Yeah, I guess some bags do have like little holes in it so it can breathe.
Yeah, so it's probably like that. It's mainly so the lettuce doesn't show up the size of a golf ball when you buy it. It's the size of a melon, but then you get it home, it's the size of a golf ball because all the leaves fell off of it.
But
I would shit myself. I'm not a snake person.
So it's a cold, So he bought it at an Aldi down there. I didn't even know they had Aldi over there. But here's the kicker. So you got this venomous snake in your head of lettuce that you bought from Aldi's. So he calls the authorities, blah, blah, blah. I think
I would be embarrassed to call the authorities. I'd just take out a butcher knife and kill it and call it a day.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Just kill it and be done with it.
Just cut the head of lettuce in half and be like, well, now I can make my salad.
Yeah, exactly.
My sandwich.
Well, that's what he did. So after the steak, he got it out of the bag, or they got it out of the bag, or whatever. Then he just like rinsed the lettuce off and made his sandwich. I think the last thing I want to do is
I'm like, you know what? I want a refund, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't want to eat lettuce that just had a venomous snake because I'm no snake expert. Look at you, doobie snack. I am no snake expert. I don't know how they work, but I would imagine if it's slithering around and maybe it decides to eat a little bit of lettuce
or take a shit.
there might be venom. Now I know most venomous snakes they can release their when they bite, they have glands they can release their venom. But still, hey, you got shit and everything else in there.
Yeah. Oh no. And just a little bit of water ain't gonna cover that. No.
Yeah,
I'm going back to Aldi and be like, listen, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hard
I'd
pass.
go full Karen on their ass. Like, I want to see the manager. And I'd take the dead snake with me and like, this motherfucker was in my lettuce.
Yeah, right.
Granted, I'm sure it wasn't very big. If he thought
no,
it was a baby, obviously.
Snake. Yeah, it was a baby snake.
But, speaking of Australia, they got some, like you said, they got crazy animals. They got the funnel web spider. And the funnel web spider can like kill a man by looking at it.
Not literally, but them swole ass kangaroos that'll just run up on you like a grown ass man
and beat your ass like you were boxing Tyson.
There's a video of a kangaroo that is attacking a man's dog, and this kangaroo like legit has this dog in a headlock, and he's like hitting him. Blah, blah, just lighting this dog up. so the dog's owner,
poor Rover's like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah, so the dog's owner like runs up. Kangaroo lets the dog go, and he like bows up on the owner, and the owner just hits him with a right hook.
See, that's the shit I would love to watch. I'm like, I'd be sitting there like, somebody give me a bag of popcorn. I'm fucking and light my cigarette. I don't want to look away. This is genius.
So I mean, like the kangaroo bows up and looks at him like, the fuck. But he like the kangaroo thought about it for a second. He's like, I really want to fight this man, or should I just go about my?
But did you see the video? I posted a video on our Facebook page, and I'd seen the video years ago, and it popped up on my page, and I had to post it. That bear scratching his back.
Oh yeah.
It's a fence post, and this fence post has got to be 6 foot high, and there's a big water barrel behind it, and he's scratching his back, just doing this, and there's a rope attached to it, and he keeps fucking with that rope, and that rope swings down with the force of a fucking whip, and cracks that bear in the balls.
Yeah,
you see that bear just kind of walks it off for a second. And then the pain hits him, and he just kind of slowly collapses. And you're like, oh, man, I know that pain.
It just ruined that bear's whole week. Like his whole week. I don't know what bears do, but, it's like a Wednesday, and he's like, man, I'm having a good week, man. I'm doing bear things. And,
I'm scratching my back. And motherfucker. I could just see that bear going back to his buddies going, dude, you will not guess what happened to me today. Why are you limping, Bob? Well, let me tell you about my day.
But his little bear buddies are like, man, my wife is nagging, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, listen.
This motherfucker, I smacked myself in the nuts today, and I laid there on the ground for 20 minutes crying. Your wife ain't got shit on that rope.
Yeah.
But holy crap, I watched that video twice before I posted it. Just dying laughing because it's coming. It's in the title. And you're just like, you can't look away. It's a car crash. You're just like,
100%. That bear's about to get completely fucking wrecked. And he does. He
collapses. Oh, I would. Speaking of boxing, the kangaroo thing.
Yes,
we were talking.
I want to fight a kangaroo.
I don't want to fight a kangaroo. I know. No.
I have a friend in Australia that I told him that he's friends with both Summer and I, and I told him, we want to come out there and visit him sometime, and of course, him and I are going to have a drinking contest, and I'm going to have to teach him a lesson. But I told him, I said, if we get real fucked up, I want to go fight a kangaroo. But I don't want to go fight one of them like jacked
full-grown fuckers.
Yeah, like one of them Ben Diesel looking.
You want like a 3-month-old?
No, I want like the retarded one. The one that's got like
the one that's limping.
Jaw. He's got a T-Rex stubby ass arm. The other one is pointed in the other direction. Maybe
it looks like he's been hit by a truck.
Yeah, that's the one I want to fight. You
Uh,
know.
but no, the one thing where I was talking to a buddy of mine, he's his well, I used to work for his dad, and he's Golden Gloves champ of Mexico, like Olympics, the whole 9 yards, right?
Mhm.
And I said, you know what, dude, I would never get in the ring. You know, I've been in a couple fights in my day, but I would never get in the ring with anybody in a boxing match because I'm not that guy. But he says, "Oh, I want to go up against, you know, he just got signed by uh oh, what's his fucking name? I can't remember his name. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. He got
Tyson.
signed by a big uh boxer in the States. And you would know it as soon as I said the name, you're like, oh, I know that guy. But he's like, oh yeah, they're setting me up with because he's about your height, but he's about my size. You know, he's not he's well not welterweight, but you know he's mid range.
Yeah.
And he he says a buddy of mine's getting ready to go up against Tyson. He says I don't want to do that fight. I'm like, dude, that's an easy fight. Granted, I'm gonna lose, but you give me 3 shots of Patron, I'm ready to go because I'll
Like
take my
Tyson,
beating.
like Tyson
Like,
Fury. He's getting ready to go up against Tyson Fury, the Gypsy
no,
King.
like Mike,
Mike Tyson.
like Mike. Like it's an exhibition, and it's like a sparring. And I was like, dude, I want to see
Dude,
this.
look at the comments.
Freddie Mercury. There you go.
Hey, pretty girl. Welcome to the chat.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
like,
for my girlfriend.
So you want to go up against a kangaroo that the kind that looks like Freddie Mercury, but with
no,
teeth.
she's saying you look like Freddie Mercury with good teeth.
Thanks a lot.
Nice. You and your wife beater.
AIDS and all.
AIDS and all.
That's
courtesy. That's courtesy.
Oh,
that's courtesy
right
of Haas.
Oh, damn.
That was
too soon. Pause too soon. Yes, no AIDS. Oh, right, the jugular. Oh my gosh. She doesn't pull her punches. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that would be Haas and my girlfriend tag teaming and team. They did this shit to me Saturday night, man. So I do my Saturday Night Lives,
right?
And I'm in my live. They created They created a club that I'm an asshole.
She said, "Thank you. I'll be here all night. Thanks a lot."
That's Haas. So they created a club that I'm the asshole and I'm such a bad guy club, and then they sat in there for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, just making fun of me and picking on me. I'm like, these two sons of bitches just teaming up on me.
Karma has a way of coming back.
And then my kids came in there. My kids were making fun of me. My ex-wife was in there. She was making fun of me. I'm like, fuck you guys.
I'm so glad my kids can't use a keyboard yet.
Yeah.
Because they're in bed, so they don't get to comment live.
I would never. You're a damn liar too. And don't help matters none that my girlfriend and my ex-wife are friends. They call each other sister wives.
Bad combo. That's a bad combo right there. I've never had that experience where I've had exes or an ex.
You are sweet to everybody but me.
And innocent. She
is far from innocent. I can tell you some stories.
I would have a fear. Like my wife has met my ex, and that was not a fun day for me. Because it just turns on to, let's just beat the piss out of him verbally.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Twisted Sisters. Nice. Why would Summer lie about anything? Both of y'all need to stop.
Just pick on Glick all you want. Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Stay off
distract.
me with the. Stay off Freddie Mercury here, Jesus.
Freddie Mercury, who leaves in the middle. Speaking of which, I gotta go turn my
That
AC
reminds
on.
me. I
I'm
gotta
sweating.
go. That's why I'm wearing a white. That's why, like I said, I got the door open next to me because I was going to bring up the fan, but I couldn't be bothered because my wife's using it. So.
Yeah, the fan would probably get too much feedback, anyways.
Actually, it didn't. The first time we did the podcast, I did it from in here. The first recording.
Freddie is only with you because of his shenanigans he pulled Saturday night when he just fucking ups and leaves in the middle of the damn recording a live podcast. He just leaves and then he comes back after being gone for like 5 minutes. He comes back and sounds like he just
wheezing
ran
and
fucking,
huffing like I
like
I just run the Boston Marathon. Holy shit! That little car is not very big, but it almost killed me.
And you know what? Since I'm the one who does all the editing and the publishing and stuff, I made sure to leave all that in. I should have added like dramatic music to the back of it. I just ain't that smart yet, but
yeah, like the funeral parade, bagpipes, as I slowly die. I don't know what it is with vehicles down here that nobody takes care of their vehicles but me. I say that with 2 cars in the driveway that don't run, but mainly because I have to find a transmission for one and finish taking the heads off the other. But
Freddie's the true second queen. I mean, do you blame him? He's a good soul. And these two are just in here carrying on a whole nother conversation. Apparently, you are now known as Freddie Mercury. You're like the second coming of Freddie Mercury. Like everybody's like, oh, the second coming of Jesus. He'll be here anytime now. Sorry, Jesus, Christians, if I offend you. But instead, we get the second coming of Freddie Mercury. Well, I guess it's not a bad thing. I mean, he had like 2 good songs.
2? He had a bunch of good songs, man. Everybody's battle cry is that we are the champion shit.
Can you shave your beard like the real Freddie Mercury?
I'd have to look up pictures, but I would.
He's just got a mustache. He essentially has
I'll tell you what.
Mustache.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Just Hitler mustache.
No, I think that's all he had. He's just got like the old, back in the day, you could always, I mean,
I used to rock the goatee a lot.
I think he just had the mustache. I could be wrong.
No, I've never just had a mustache. Oh, you talking about Freddie or me?
Yeah, no, Freddie.
Oh, Freddie. Yeah, he just had the mustache. Full on mustache, side to side, but he never had the beard.
I am
if
a
I go
true
like this. If I go like this, you can see it right now with blocking off the top of my face, bottom of my face. I look like Freddie. Yeah, okay. That's me.
Why don't you sing us a little ditty there, Freddie?
Yeah, get right on that shit.
I've triggered the Queen fans that are watching this.
We'll get dogs howling in the background if I start to sing. I'm actually, yeah. There's the sound of Chris knocking beer bottles over.
I didn't knock them over. First of all,
you clanged them.
I clanged them together, man. I got this little.
Now see, do you prefer bottle or can?
I prefer bottles.
Yeah, see, I do too. I don't know what it is. I hate a can.
Haas has requested a mustache ride from you.
Ew, gross.
He'll cook you some barbecue.
Oh,
he's a hell of a. I've never eaten his food, but I've seen what he cooks, and he said when we go down to Pigeon Forge, he's gonna bring us some barbecue. And what the fuck was that? Somebody might be breaking into my house.
Nice.
But I'm a good podcast host, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep going. I'm not
ignore it. Like, just don't take the podcast equipment. You have to finish.
In my little apartment, I mean, if you break in I only have one door, and you got to come through the kitchen to get to the living room. So if somebody did break into my house, as soon as they pop their stupid head around the doorway, I'm just going to shoot them. So
yeah. You hear a lot of bang. Just ignore it. We'll edit that out.
On this week's episode, Glick's murders
episode 5 is going to be from Chris's jail cell.
Hey, it's stand my ground. I'm protecting my property. They broke in here.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck them. Well, like I said, I wish some motherfucker would at my house because my 4 dogs will tear you a new ass.
Your 4 chupacabras are not going to tear
Yeah.
anybody into that. I was going to summer, but your puppy dog. I did not uninvite. Oh, yeah, I did uninvite you. That's right. I did uninvite you because you were being a little punk ass in my live. He shoots himself. And that's my girlfriend.
Nice. Nice.
Mm.
Nice that she's supportive.
speaking of getting arrested, I'm going to change the subject here.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I don't know if I went over this or not. I can't remember. Greenville, North Carolina. You know, we got all these stories about police shooting all these kids and shooting all these people, and you know they're the devil and blah blah blah. Right. Well, in Greenville, North Carolina, the police aren't shooting anybody. They are, however, arresting goats.
Arresting goats.
Yep.
Now, if there's ever a reason to defund the police.
I was not ready for this fire tonight, Haas. You brought the smoke. They arrested the goat after they got a call reporting an attempted break-in. The incident occurred. This was a couple of weeks back in Greenville, and the animal protective said that they arrived to a goat hanging around the windows of a house. So it didn't even break in. It was attempting to break in, and they arrested a fucking goat.
What?
You lost.
Can you imagine being the cop? You pull up like, okay, we're gonna be on alert for somebody trying to break in. Is that a goat?
Yeah, right. They roll up in there. You know, they're expecting
to see some guy with a gun or a knife.
Yeah.
And it's a goat. It weighs all of 50 pounds. They're like, get the rookie. Rookie, we're going to videotape you wrangling this goat. It's going to be hilarious.
Put that on the internet. Oh, fucking cop chasing.
Oh, your sound went down.
God damn it. Is it still down? No, it's not.
It's really quiet.
Did you move your earpiece off of your ear, or turn your volume?
I'm still on my ears.
Is it a fading goat?
Yeah.
It didn't say if it was a fading goat or not. It just said a goat. I don't know. Ask Kevin Hawley. He apparently he's the goat expert. All of a sudden.
Yeah, you're really quiet, dude. I can barely hear you, and I got both on.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Any technical difficulties are your part? Oh shit, my where the hell are we at on time? Oh, shit, my laptop is dying.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Like it cut the power to the mic. And it almost sounds like you're away from the mic.
Could be. All right, you entertain the masses.
I'll go ahead and vamp.
I'm gonna plug this in.
Them fading goats are hilarious. They it's one of those things I'd like to see that. You know, because you can walk up on them things and just be like, boo, and they boom. That's hilarious. So his mic is backwards. Nice. That wouldn't surprise me. Chris and I have known each other for 25 years, as we said before. We're both doing dumb shit like that all the time. But now that he stepped away, we can get serious. Dish the dirt on him. Because he won't edit it out. He won't hear it until it's actually up and running. Yeah, so once again, technical difficulties. We've dealt with these every single time, one way or another. It's either my end or his end. I'm getting a really poor signal today. It's really weird. I'm right above my internet router. It's crazy. Was he a big douche 25 years ago? As he is now. I'm not sure who said that. But no, the thing is, Chris and I are basically the way I explain it is we're basically the same person, just different sizes. With the exception of I'm a huge car nut and he's a sports nut. But I wouldn't say he was a douche. He's kind of nerdy like me, I guess. Are you back up and running, sir?
I think so.
Nope, you're still quiet.
Yeah, well.
Like it literally sounds like you're in the other room.
I don't know why it's doing that. I'm like right on top of the mic.
That's weird. Is the mic on? He's awesome. Somebody said your mic's on backwards. You got the mic is on backwards. Oh, look at that. They're talking shit about me already. Somebody asked me if you were a douche 25 years ago, and I said, no, not really. And now they're saying I called you a douche.
Oh, I believe it. He probably did. So I found out what that noise was. It wasn't somebody breaking into my house.
Okay, what was it?
We got a little bit of a critter problem here.
Oh, yes.
And I caught one by his ass, and he was out there losing his fucking mind. So I decided to give him flying lessons out the window.
Nice. We the past couple days, I've had an ant problem. Like they're doing new construction.
Well, Summer says she can hear both of us, so it
must be something on my end.
So it's probably on your mic.
That's weird. Because for some reason, I can barely hear you. Maybe my volume's too low.
Yeah. More than likely, if you're having ants, they've found like a food source or something there at your house.
Well, I think it's
the best thing to do is clean your house.
Oh, fuck you!
If
you know what it is.
See where they're trailing.
My wife just planted a bunch of veg. She's planted a bunch of vegetables. In the little potters out front, very beginning of it, and I think they're coming from that. But no, I literally this morning.
Did she leave it for you? Hoss said his cat ate a mouse's head today.
Nice.
Yeah, if you can find out where they're trailing in at, man. I know this is kind of nerdy and whatever.
Dorky, yeah.
But it's just the Orkin guy in me. Just go over there with some Windex or something and clean that area. I worked for Orkin for like seven years. Clean that area with some.
Whoa, you just really bugged out there for a second.
Buy some ant bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I'm not a big fan of this. I think I think we instead of going live on here until I get the bugs worked out, I'm thinking about just going live on Facebook.
That might be a good idea.
From here on out.
Yeah, just until we get the bugs out. Because
of course we'll probably.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Probably get
somebody's
banned
yelling
on that.
Somebody's yelling outside.
Yeah, I can hear
mouse. We're high ground in wet weather. Oh, we are. Okay. He's saying it's a field mouse, and they're in high ground during the wet weather. So his house is obviously higher than the rest of the terrain. That makes sense. At my old house.
Yeah, I just noticed.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just noticed the mice this year. I don't know if it was because it was so cold or what it was, but they're not getting into anything in the apartment. They're just like it's like a pass through for them.
Ah, okay.
But I've also got
you're bugging
a whole
like crazy, dude. It's like a weird lag.
So I think I'm gonna get some Instafoam this weekend and seal it up where they're coming in and they've been under my couch and everything like that. But it's like my house is clean.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
They're not getting into anything.
I super clean my house all the time.
All about.
I keep my house as clean as possible. And then
Bubbles!
We get
what's going on?
Crazy bugs and shit.
Serious lag going on here.
Yeah, I think it's a lot to do with the time of day too.
Maybe I'm going to do this.
Yeah, go ahead. Like I've noticed, around 8:30 every night, it really goes buggy. I think that's what happened on Saturday night.
We used to get these like, yeah, this without completely fucking everything up, but I'm probably gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah, well, let's not try it.
Okay, hold on, we might be coming back. Bear with us, technical difficulties.
It has to do with shitty Ohio.
Yeah. I believe it. In all honesty, like I said, the next time we go live, we're going to go live on Facebook.
Yeah, I think
Facebook seems to work better.
You know, I think it's because we can't get the audio off Haps anyways. Haps is great.
Yeah, I don't know what
Haps is great, but sometimes it just lags. I think it's because it's such a new program. Like they've only been around a year?
No, they've only been around for like a month or so, just a couple.
Oh, really?
Months.
Oh, wow. So yeah, they're working out bugs on their end
too.
They're
like brand new.
They're working out bugs on their end too, I'm sure.
So
it's a weird system to actually get fixed. And dead air.
Yeah, dead air. You keep talking.
Yeah, the one thing I promise not to do. Just want me to ramble about anything.
I'm trying because I don't know, my internet sucks at times, so it's dropping in and out.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the time of day too, because more people are home and goofing off on their phones.
Hopefully, I don't completely lose it.
Whoa, that was weird. Somebody says you're trying to find your dick.
Leave it alone.
That's what we do. We're guys.
Yeah. We've only got to make it another 40 minutes. If we can survive through 1 2-hour recording,
in 4 episodes, we haven't made it through a single recording without a technical difficulty. The first one actually went pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we had the one. Yeah.
And there he goes again.
We had the one that we do like 3 parts, merge them all together and everything else.
That was episode 2, yeah.
Now I'm freezing up. Hold on a second. Do a little bit of this.
There you go.
Duh.
We need a technical advisor.
Come on. Anytime today.
We need a technical advisor just to get both our programs working at the same time. Because we are not technical people. You can do it, man. It's technical difficulty makes it even more entertaining. Yeah. According to my mother, that's what made Saturday's episode so entertaining was the fact that we kept fucking up. That's going to be our signature for the show. People are just going to set timers to our the fuck up is going to happen in 5.
We need somebody.
Yeah, we need a tech guru to be like, no, you guys need to do this, this, and this. But that would require finding another like-minded person. Yeah, well, yeah, because they wouldn't be able to do shit on mine.
Don't put. Yeah.
Paint you with that brush.
Don't put.
I think it all has to do with time, the time of night. Are you frozen? And the kids are yelling. Uh-oh, I think Chris just froze out. Yep, he just, and he's out. Yeah. Apparently I'm still going, so. Shit. Yeah, that's true. There is a lot of snow in Ohio. Maybe he'll be able to pop back on, so we'll keep it going for a little bit. or we can actually close it out. Let me see if I can. I don't want to touch anything because every time I touch something, something else goes wrong. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just doing technical shit. What happened? This is the weirdest thing. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the weather. It's, that's the nice thing about my internet. It's actually underground. I actually had to have uh help set it up because God forbid they actually do it themselves. He's not responding to what I'm asking him. I don't want to hear a voice message.
You're completely bugged out. I'm going to Facebook.
All right, so we're gonna go switch over to Facebook. So we'll meet you guys there.